Hello and welcome to Thursday Zoom. So how many of you are expecting a boring lecture today? That is not what we're doing.
Are our lectures ever boring, y'all?
No, not really, but
I
I
have
to hype it up, right? So I need you guys to get your ICD-10 manuals handy. I know Tioshi has not gotten hers yet, but that's okay because I'm actually going to be sharing what the ICD-10 looks like through my ebooks. You guys don't have it in your ebooks. I just happen to have it. So we're going to need our ICD-10 manual. So I'm going to give everybody a minute for that. I know some of you have been through ICD-10, a portion of it before, but I need you guys to remember that some students have just dropped into class and they don't have any experience with it yet. So just be patient and enjoy the review. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you guys see my ICD-10 manual?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I want you to notice that it says 2021 and we're in 2024, right? They don't buy me new ones every year to put on my ebooks. This is just the one I have. And although there are some updates, it's really fine. So, okay, when you are looking at the front cover of your ICD-10, some of you may see 2023 and some of you may see 2024. It just depends on the year that it's 2024. So in January, they started getting those. It's not going to cause any issues really, except that Miss Danielle and I can't tell you page numbers and everybody be on the same page, right? So we're going to go to the table of contents. You have a table of contents in the front of your book, and this is what it looks like. This is a really, really important piece of information or a great resource for you. At the beginning of your ICD-10, you're going to have symbols and conventions where it's going to tell you what a stop sign looks, what an X looks like. Well, let me. In the guidelines, that's right before the symbols and conventions, it's going to tell you what excludes to means, what includes means. It's going to give you all of this extra information. So you know that this is in your manual in case you forget. So knowing what's here to help you is very important. All right, you have some beautiful illustrations in your ICD-10 manual that can help you with your anatomy. And then we're going to go to the alphabetic index. So what do we use the alphabetic index? Well, that's what we're going to be working on today. When they give you a situation, like for example, if they say acute sinusitis is what you have to code, you're going to use your alphabetic index first. And then you're going to look it up by alphabetical order. So it's acute sinusitis. So we're going to pick sinusitis and we're going to go to our S's, right? So you would go to the S's. All right, so now we're going to just hop right in to some coding, and we may go back and forth from that book. So here we go with some medical coding. All right, so acute and chronic, I have to move this out of my way. Hang on just 1 minute, guys. There we go. Acute and chronic sinusitis. All right, well, the first thing that I want you to know is what acute means. Can anybody give me the meaning of acute?
It's
means it
short.
doesn't last.
It's like short term.
It's short term. I have a silly little reminder that may stick in your head the way it's stuck in mine. A cute boy comes and goes very quickly, or we can say a cute girl comes and goes very quickly. So that's the reason, or that's something you can use to help you remember. So who can tell me what chronic is?
It's long term.
Long term. So I made some notes down here I want Well, goodness gracious, let me see something. Oh, sorry, I want to move this up a little bit so we can see it. All right, so let's look at sinusitis. So sinus is a cavity within a bone or other tissue, especially one in the bones of the face or skull, connecting with the nasal cavities. Itis means inflammation. So I want you to remember this this medical term, itis means inflammation. So anytime you see an itis, you know something's inflamed, right? All right, so it says acute and chronic sinusitis. What is our main term? What is the first thing that we need to look for in our alphabetic index?
Sinusitis.
Sinusitis, right. Sinusitis. So you're going to go to your alphabetic index in the front of your book.
What, move? Go to the room.
I have not figured out how to use this to make it go quickly to what I want. So please mute yourself. All right, here we go. So if we're looking for acute and chronic sinusitis, our key term that we need to be looking up is sinusitis. And yes, I know that I gave y'all either or, I gave y'all choices, but just to be able to show the new ones how to look it up. So you're going to start with S and you're just going to weed through until you get to SI. No, it's sorry, it takes forever, but so we're at sepsis. Need to keep going. We're getting there. We're almost there. All right. All right, let's go one more page. So here we go, sinusitis, and we're looking for acute and chronic, right? Let's go. All right. So sinusitis is right here. And what does it say? Accessory, chronic, hyperplastic, nasal, non-purulent, and purulent. So J32.9 is what? Chronic, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's look right below. It says acute, J01.90. So that's how we come up with our code that we need to go further and make sure that the description matches. So let's take a look. So would acute be J0190 or J329? Alicia, you're on mute.
The first one.
J0190. Okay,
Yes.
let's go back. Acute J01.90. Yep, that's right. And then, so what is chronic?
Anybody?
J32.9.
There we go.
That's right, Brianna. J32.9. Let's go back and look. Chronic J32.9. Is this where we stop, guys?
No.
It is not where we stop because we always have to what? We have to code two ways. We go to our index, then we're going to go, what's next is the tabular. So let me write these down because y'all know I'm old and I will not remember when I get over there. J01.90. All right, so now we're going to go to our tabular. All right. So Toshi, this is what the tabula looks like. We need to go and check our code and make sure it's right. Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, here we go. So we need J, let's do J01.90. So J01.9. Okay, can anybody tell me what this red dot is right here?
Use additional characters.
Right, it's our stop sign. We cannot use just J01.9. We have to look below. So J01.90 is acute sinusitis unspecified, sorry. So that is correct for our acute sinusitis. Now we have to go and check J32.9. And this is so much quicker in the manual, y'all, but I just want to show Toshi what it looks like. Okay, so J32.9, chronic sinusitis unspecified. So do you guys agree that J01.9 is acute and J32.9 is chronic?
Yes.
Good deal, you're right. All right, so this time we're going to just use our regular manuals. Oop. So we have acute and chronic tonsillitis. So what is our keyword? What do we need to look up?
Tonsillitis.
Tonsillitis. We're gonna go to our T's in our alphabetic index, and we're gonna go to tonsillitis. So would acute tonsillitis be J03.90 or J35.01? Let me see.
J03.90.
Do we agree?
Acute.
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
acute?
J03.90.
All right. All right. So Jared, tell me what is tonsillitis chronic? Which one of these answers would be correct?
It's J35.01.
All right. Okay. So let's see. Who wants to tell me what itis means? What does the medical term itis mean?
Inflammation.
Inflammation, right? Inflammation. So we got an inflammation of the tonsil, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, this is a new word. I don't really want to say it. It's pneumo.
No.
All right, yes. And this is our main term.
Pneumoconiosis.
Thank you, Amanda. Say that 10 times fast. No, don't. Don't do that. All right, so we're going to look up our main term, which is the pneumo word. So we're going to go to that, and I want you to make sure that your spelling is on point when you're looking this up, because I'm not going to say who, but somebody looked for this doggone code forever just to realize that she was not spelling it correctly. I don't want to rat myself out, but it was totally me. I was like, I have to be doing something wrong. Okay, so we have pneumoconiosis, anyway, and it's due to, and what that due to means, it's because of lime dust. So we're going to go the pneumo word, then we're going to go dust, and then we're going to go lime. This is what I call mapping out. We're mapping out what we're coding. Miss Danielle, you want to try this word?
I'm looking at it now. I'm like pneumoconiosis.
Coniosis.
Kenosis?
Pneumoconiosis.
Kenosis.
Kenosis.
I think it's kenosis.
Pneumoconiosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably won't be cross-eyed and drooling. So we're going to go pneumoconiosis, dust, Lyme. Please find your ICD-10 code, but don't tell me yet. Okay, so who has the answer and wants to share it with me?
J62.8.
J62.8. All right. Keena, do you have your manual with you or are you at work? Do you have your manual with you? Or are you at work?
Me? I'm at work.
Okay, it's all right. I want to call on somebody to check her answer. Let
I
me.
had Google it, but it said J62.8 is what I got on Google.
All right,
It's
no.
correct.
Jared
Alyssa,
says it's correct.
Jared
Tina says
did.
it's correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jared. So what's the answer?
J62.8.
J62.8. All right, can you read us what the description says? Okay, so J62.8 says pneumocanosis due to other dust containing silica. So I agree, J62.8. All right, let's move on to the next one. Neuritis due to herniation of nucleus pulpus. Nucleus pulpus. So where are we going to start? Where do we start? What's the key term we're looking for here? What does the patient have?
Neuritis.
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 The patient has neuritis. He has neuritis because of a herniation of nucleus pulpus. So it's going to be two codes, but we're going to start out with neuritis. Okay, so in our alphabetic index, we're going to go to neuritis.
M79.2.
Okay.
I'm 79.2.
All right. Now, all you see is what did we come up with?
M79.2, right? Who said that? Was that Keena?
Mm-hmm.
So M79.2 is neuritis, correct? Let me
Yes.
double check. I have the answer key over here, y'all, but it's all jumbled up. So, but do we stop there?
No.
Okay. So when you look at the M79.2, that is not going to be correct. I want you to keep going down until you see herniation or due to, and then herniation, nucleus populace?
So that would be M5 1.9.
Right. Now, we need two codes, right? So would you look next to your M5 1.9? Brianna, tell me what you see next to the M5 1.9, or anybody that has it.
G55.
Right. So the cool thing is it's telling us both codes that we need. We need an M51.9 and a G55. Alicia, go to your tabular, find M51.9. Brianna, go to your tabular and find G55. And then when you get those, I want you to read the definition.
What you doing? Erase your numbers.
Brianna, do you have your G55?
Yes.
Go ahead and read. What is G55?
Nerve root and plexus compressions and diseases classified elsewhere.
Okay, thank you. And Alicia, do you have your M5 1.9? Alicia, I have it, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. M5 1.9, unspecified thoracic thoracombor and lumboascular and vertebral disc disorder. Alicia, I just did you a big favor. That's a tongue twister. Yeah. All right. So let's move to the next. Pancreatitis, acute and chronic. So what's our key word? Let's see. I'm going to call Miss Phyllis. What's our key word?
Pancreatitis.
All right.
Pancreatitis.
Pancreatitis. So Miss Phyllis, you look up acute pancreatitis and just hold on. Amy, can you look up pancreatitis? Chronic, please.
You're like I was last week. I was so tongue-tied last week. I couldn't get my words out for nothing.
All right, Miss Phyllis, let us know when you have that ICD-10 code.
K85.90.
Great. Can you go to the tabular and double check that code and let us know if it's right or not, okay? Amy, let me know when you have yours.
Is it K86.1?
I believe that's right, but go to your tabular and double check it and make sure it's right and let me know if that's correct.
It's correct.
Good deal, Phyllis.
It's Felice.
Oh, sorry,
It's okay.
Felice. I like that better than Phyllis anyway. Felice. Feliz Navidad. Sorry.
That's what everybody says. It's okay.
Well, I don't know if you remember or if you guys know about the Brady Bunch, but there was a Marcia on the Brady Bunch and they used to say Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. So I live with that.
It is K 86.1.
All right. Thank you, Miss Amy. All right. Amanda, are you ready? Patient has unstable angina. What is our key term? What do we need to look up?
Angina.
Angina. All right. So let's see. Chastity, can you look up angina for us? Unstable angina? How about you, Deetra? Are you able to look up unstable angina for us? I tell you what, we're going to time it. It's going to be a race. All students who are available, please
I
look
looked it
up.
up on Google and it says I-20.0 for unstable angina.
I'm getting I-20.02.
That's right.
Okay, so tell me what you guys got. Tell me again.
I-20.
20.9.
I-20.0.
20.0. Double check it in your alphabetic index and then let me know if it's correct. I can't tell who was giving me that answer. Was that Jared?
It's the same.
It's correct.
It is correct. I-20.0. All right. Vitamin D resistant rickets. All right, so I'm going to tell you when I first saw this, I thought rickets was like some sort of a like scabies or something. It's not. So we're going to be looking up vitamin D resistant rickets. All right, Jared, can you give us the key term? What do we need to be looking up in this one? What's the first thing?
Rickets.
You're right. So we're going to look in our
Alphabetic index. For
thank you,
rickets.
Miss Danielle. The hamster took a break. Alphabetic index, we're going to look for rickets.
E55.0.
I got E 83.31.
All right, but are you got, okay, somebody got what, E83 point, what?
31.
Yes, but tell us why, Amy. Tell us why that's the answer and not E55.0.
Because it's vitamin D resistant.
Right, we have to take into consideration the other parts of the scenario. So rickets, active, acute, adolescent, chest wall, congenital, current, and infantile and intestinal rickets are E55.0. But if you keep looking, the very last line that is rickets, it says vitamin D resistance E83.31. Okay, but Amy, is that the only code that we need?
Well, it does have M90.80 in parentheses.
Okay, can you tell us what M90.80 is?
1 second.
Let's see why they want us to add that code.
It says osteo. I don't know if I
Osteopathy.
in diseases classified elsewhere, unspecified site.
Okay, So rickets are actually the softening of bone and tissue, and it's usually in young children. I had to look it up because it just intrigued me too much. So yes, that M code is correct. So the answer for rickets vitamin D resistant is E83.31 and M90.80. All right, so I just want to ask those of you have Danielle, what did you do to me? I know it's your fault somehow. Those of you who have not done ICD-10 coding before, tell me, how do you feel now about it? Does it seem extremely difficult?
It doesn't
Much
seem
better.
extremely difficult. Go ahead.
I feel much better about it now that we're actually learning how to find the code.
Great, great. So do we have any questions?
No, I think I'll feel much better once all my little tabs come in. And I can put all those in place.
Yeah. I'm still using 2022 because I don't want to go back and redo all my tabs.
Does the tabs come with the book or do you have to buy your own?
In the ICD-10, they do not come with the book. You have to get those, and you can get them from Walmart. And if you can, I would get the Post-it ones and the small ones, and you just put A, B, C, D, E, F, G on there, and it makes it easy to flip. We'll see.
They also have them at the Dollar Tree. They have them at the Dollar Tree for $1.
Okay, thank you, Miss Danielle.
Yeah, because I was flipping and I'm like, how do you get it this fast? I'm like, I can't.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Have your book.
They actually have them on Amazon with the words and everything on them. That's why I got mine from off of Amazon.
Yeah, that's what I did. I splurged from the video y'all sent and just ordered it from the girls' website.
Yeah, Alicia did her big one on the tabbing.
All right, I turned off my background so that you guys can see.
Oh my God.
But if I want to go to M and look something up in my alphabetic index, watch how fast I'm in the M's.
Mm-hmm.
I can just pull my tab. And then I want to go look it up in the tabular. I find my M and I open it up and there it is. That's how quick. It's just, it's a lot of tabs, but it's all alphabetized. The little blue things that y'all see right here was whenever I went and looked for the codes that we were doing today. So I could do it easily. But yeah, labeling, making notes, getting to know this manual inside and out. It's yours. You can write in it. You can highlight. The more you're in it, the more you get to know it, the more comfortable you are, which is going to make you even quicker at coding. So did you guys have a good time? Was this fun?
We're gonna be doing this for a while, y'all. Buckle in.
Buckle in. This was just your first taste. Now I feel like you'll be comfortable with your labs that you have now and that's coming up, where this is not extremely complicated. It's like looking things up in a dictionary and then double checking the information.
Yep.
So
Remember your steps. Remember your steps. As long as you can remember your steps of how to locate your code, you're golden every single time. Alphabetic index, then, well, first identify main term, alphabetic index, then tabular.
Miss Danielle was getting ready to go to the textbook because steps to accurate coding are in your textbook. But just don't overthink it, okay? Any questions before we go?
I have a question pertaining to the 3-4 assignment. They had us in the external cause of injuries index, and I couldn't figure out my head from my feet in there because all the questions was labeled under accident, and I couldn't get any of those right. But I don't have any issues with the index of disease and injuries. It's just the external cause of injuries that I was struggling with.
Miss Danielle.
And yes, okay, Chastity, I'm sorry. You said that you were doing an exercise in your book, in your textbook?
Yes,
Mhm.
it was referencing us to the external cause and injuries index, not the index to disease and injuries.
Mhm.
And I was going back and forth between the answer code and the index, and every time I did it, I couldn't get it right on my own.
It wasn't matching up?
No, and all of the questions was referencing the key term accident, but it's like I couldn't figure out where to go from there because it has a whole lot of the same words on it for all of the columns. And
So
it's
they're
like I didn't know where to go with it.
So it looks like they're asking for a place of occurrence code. So railroad accident involving derailment without, what is that, antecedent collision? I can barely see that. Injuring a porter. I think that's what that is. So yeah, place of occurrence accident. Remember, in your external cause codes, your external cause codes are telling the physician, it's giving information. It's not so much as the diagnosis, it is just giving information. So when you go into that external cause code, you're going to be looking for, I would assume, railroad accident, because they want place of occurrence code. So we can start at accident and then we should be able to go from accident to railway in that
Okay.
external cause code.
I have accident, transport, railway, vehicle, traffic, non-traffic. Railway vehicle, traffic, V45.9, non-traffic, V54.3.
It says involving derailment without antecedent collision injuring a porter.
That's 3-4, right?
Mhm. Okay, Alicia, see you next week. Have a good evening. So it's Z codes.
No, it's a Y92.
Oh, no, I'm looking way down there. Okay. 3.1.
So it's external cause index, place of occurrence, train. So we go to external cause, we're there. So we're going to go to place of occurrence. This is what we call coding backwards.
Coding backwards. Sometimes you have to code backwards before you can code forward, and it's totally okay. You can do this. Especially when you're just learning how to code, I would definitely say for you to code backwards. Find your answer first and then go find how you got to that answer.
Okay,
I
so
want to say the first question was actually the only one that I got right. It was the other 4 that I couldn't get.
Yeah. Because in your exercises, it also gives you your mapping too. It'll give you your mapping on where you started.
Yeah, and I looked at all that and I wrote them down, and then I went back and tried to do it myself. And I think it's just because a lot of the subterms are the same under each column of accident, and I don't really know where to go from there. Because you look at it and it says accident, transport, 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 transport. And how do I figure out what's traffic, what's non-traffic? Because it wasn't very clear whenever you went back and looked at the mapping. I don't know if I'm overthinking this, but my
Please-
brain wasn't
Yeah,
wasn't
Chastity,
processing.
please don't feel bad because when I see external index, I want to run and put my head under the pillow. Because it really kind of gets my mind all twisted around. Okay. So motor vehicle traffic accident due to tire blowout, driver of the car was injured, initial encounter. So it's going to be injured person code. So would we go to injured person code?
Click back over to your mapping real quick, Marsha. Can we click back over to the mapping?
External cause index, accident,
Transport, occupant, driver, non-collisionary accident, traffic. That's a lot.
Chastity, can we maybe give us time to get this mapped out and sorted, and can we go over it again? You know that you can code backwards, just use your index, your appendix. But we will go over this with everybody, and we'll do some more practicing. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Because right now, I think even with me, I'm looking at it going, oh my goodness. So give us time to prepare for that. And we will definitely go into that with you, hopefully in the next Zoom.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful Thursday, a marvelous weekend. And I have to tell you, there was so many students on the NCCT with Miss Danielle this week, and I am just so excited about that. I hope that you guys learned a lot, and let us know if you need anything by 4 o'clock tomorrow, and then we'll be back on Monday at 8. So let us know what you need before 4 o'clock on Friday. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hi, y'all.